So, what do you think your role personally is being a citizen in democracy?
Well, the basic role is to vote. That's like the most basic thing. And then, more than that, it's to be informed and participate in the community in ways that appear to be the right thing to do.
Do you think that most people pull their weight in this sense, or are we kind of lacking?
No, I think most people don't spend enough time to educate themselves or to get involved because people are tied up with their families and their jobs more than their communities.
Do you think, when I asked you what your personal role was this, do you think it's different for anyone else, or do you think everyone has the same?
No, everyone has the same role.
Okay. Do you think our government's faulty, the democracy that we have right now?
Yeah, in that it's easily manipulated by people and institutions with money and power.
That's funny that you mentioned that, because the author in the book that we read, How Holocaust Happened, says the same thing. So you believe that wealth and power can easily charm voters?
Yeah, that you can convince people if you spend enough time trying to do that through advertising or media campaigns or lobbying, or you don't even have to convince the voters, you can just go straight to the lawmakers and convince them and circumvent the voters.
Do you find that problem in either the last election or even this upcoming election so far?
Well, I think it was a fairly matched fight, so it's not even about the candidates, though, for president as much as what happens in between the national elections. So lobbying campaigns that happen for specific pieces of legislation, in between election cycles, that's where you see special interests have more power.
Okay. To what extent do you think an individual can, make an impact through protest or voting?
Well, it depends on the arena. So an individual in a local arena can have a huge impact in your own town or something like that, and then that can be the start of a movement that does have a national impact. So it's definitely possible if you start on the local level.
How much do you feel like your vote counts?
I don't think that my vote counts nearly as much as other things that people can do, such as how they behave as consumers or how they participate in just local initiatives to stop global warming, or what they can do to be more energy efficient in their homes, or grow gardens, or community spirited things in their own local areas.
So what's one thing, like a problem that you would like to see something done about? Either global warming, something in another country?
Yeah, I think global warming is a huge thing, and the specific thing that I would like to see done is more emphasis on alternative transportation and a discouragement of using private automobiles for people to get around.
So how much power do you think you personally have, or individuals in our neighborhood or something have, on making a difference on global warming on a worldwide scale?
Well, not on a worldwide scale, but we can all make a difference in what we do every day. So for instance, I don't drive my car during the week. I take the train into work and commute that way. I run errands on my bicycle, all those sorts of things.
But do you think that is that enough, or does, for something else to happen, there needs to be people in the government?
Well, government can make a huge difference in that regard by setting policies and allocating money in ways that would encourage mass transportation. So in that sense, elections are important to vote for candidates who have that as things they want to pursue.
So right now, in our house, we have some fair trade, Whole Foods bananas, but when you go to the store and you're picking out bananas or any kind of food, do you actually look at the label, and if you see a Chiquita banana or anything, do you say to yourself, am I supporting a Holocaust-like event that's supported by America when you buy those?
I definitely, if I look at that kind of things, but more importantly, I look to see if it's organic food or not. And if it's organic, then I'll buy that. And if I see it's also fair trade, then that would be an additional incentive to buy it versus something that's organic that's not fair trade.
So fair trade is just an extra bonus?
Yeah, it's an extra bonus.
Would you say that you don't look for that as a priority because you don't think one bunch of bananas is going to matter?
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah. But I would, all things being equal, I would support fair trade, even if it cost a little bit more to do that. But generally, it's not. Those things aren't well labeled as such.